Your heart is racing. Your palms are sweating. You just read an email from your boss and it said, "We need to talk." Nothing has happened yet. No lion, no danger, no threat to your life in any physical sense at all. But your body doesn't know that. Right now, deep in your skull, a small almond-shaped structure has just lit up like an alarm bell, and it is treating a Tuesday morning email exactly the same way it would treat a predator crouched in tall grass. That structure is called the amygdala. It is your brain's threat detector. And here is the strange part. It was built for a world that no longer exists. For roughly 200,000 years, your ancestors lived in small bands on the savannas and forests of Africa. Their biggest daily problem was not rent, or deadlines, or an unread text message. It was staying alive until sunset. A rustle in the grass could be wind, or it could be a leopard. There was no time to reason it out. There was no time to gather evidence, weigh probabilities, and make a calm decision. The humans who survived were the ones whose bodies reacted first and thought second. That reaction had a name long before scientists gave it one. Today you know it as fight or flight. The moment your amygdala senses danger, it fires a signal to your hypothalamus, which floods your bloodstream with adrenaline and cortisol. Your heart rate spikes. Your pupils dilate. Blood rushes away from your stomach and into your limbs, because digesting lunch is useless if you're about to be eaten. This system saved your ancestors' lives more times than you will ever know. Every person alive today descends from humans who reacted fast enough. The slow reactors did not get the chance to pass on their genes, but somewhere along the way, the lions disappeared. Cities were built. Supermarkets replaced hunting. Walls replaced open plains. The physical threats that shaped this system for 200,000 years mostly vanished within the last few hundred. Your amygdala did not get the memo. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades studying exactly this system at New York University. His research showed that the amygdala doesn't wait for your rational brain to catch up. It processes threat signals in a fraction of a second, often before your conscious mind even knows what it's reacting to. Ledoux called this a low road to fear, a shortcut that bypasses careful thought entirely. That shortcut is efficient, it's fast, and it cannot tell the difference between a predator and a Slack notification. So when your boss sends that message, your amygdala doesn't pause to consider context. It doesn't know the difference between "we need to talk" and a growl in the dark. It fires the same ancient alarm. Cortisol floods your system. Your chest tightens. Your mind starts spinning through worst-case scenarios because a brain built for immediate physical danger cannot process possibly awkward conversation in 45 minutes any differently. Why hasn't evolution caught up? Because evolution doesn't move at the speed of technology. 200,000 years shaped your nervous system. Modern civilized life has existed for barely a blink of that timeline. A blink is not enough time to rewire a threat detection system this deep. Psychologist Robert Sapolsky at Stanford University spent his career studying stress, much of it observing baboons in Kenya. His research found something striking. Wild animals experience intense stress, but it's almost always short. The predator appears, the chase happens, it ends one way or the other, and the stress response shuts off. Humans are different. You can activate that same ancient alarm system just by thinking about tomorrow's meeting. You can trigger it lying in bed at 2 a.m., replaying a conversation from 6 years ago. Sapolsky's work showed that humans are nearly unique in our ability to turn on a stress response with nothing but a thought. No lion required, no rustling grass, just an idea. And your body cannot tell the difference between a real threat and an imagined one. The same cortisol floods your system either way. The same elevated heart rate. The same tightened chest. This is why a traffic jam can feel unbearable. This is why a critical comment on something you posted online can ruin your entire afternoon. Your amygdala is reading these moments as danger because on some ancient level, disapproval from the group once meant something closer to life or death. Consider what social rejection actually meant 200,000 years ago. Your survival depended entirely on your tribe. There was no going it alone in a world full of predators, harsh weather, and scarce food. If your group turned against you, exiled you, stopped sharing food or shelter, your odds of survival collapsed. Being disliked wasn't just uncomfortable, it could be a death sentence. Researcher Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA ran a now-famous study using a simple ball-tossing game, one where participants were secretly excluded by the other players. Using brain imaging, she found that social rejection activated the same neural regions associated with physical pain. Being left out didn't just feel bad emotionally. Your brain processed it the way it processes an injury. That's why a single unanswered text message can gnaw at you for hours. That's why a harsh comment from a stranger online can sting more than it logically should. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's running the oldest software it has, applied to a world it was never designed for. So what do you do with a threat detection system built for lions, now living in a world of emails and notifications and comment sections? You can't delete the amygdala. You wouldn't want to. It's still useful. It still reacts instantly to real danger. A car swerving towards you, a hand on a hot stove. What you can do is recognize the pattern when it fires for the wrong reasons. The tightness in your chest before a difficult conversation isn't a signal that you're in danger. It's an ancient alarm ringing for an audience that no longer needs it. At least not in the way it once did. Understanding that gap between what your body feels and what is actually happening is often the first step toward calming it down. Because the next time your heart races over an email, or a notification, or a silence you can't explain, it might help to remember what that reaction was actually built for. Your body still believes you're being chased. It just can't see that the lion left a long time ago.